Hi, my name is Nick, and I'm making this video today to talk about the product listed here. I felt I needed to do it this way because there isn't really any other way I could really review this product. It's not really available on any other websites besides the one that gets advertised on those specific types of things. You get those links to those, watch such and such length video, and then you see the product is like order it now, blah blah blah, that thing. So there weren't really many sources. I didn't think I was ever going to make a video again. I hadn't in years. The whole purpose of me making videos in the past was just completely null and void now, and I've even contemplated deleting those videos because it's another just a past chapter of my life. But I found myself having to make this one, so we'll see what happens. A little bit of background. I'm a native of the Bay Area, San Francisco Bay Area, have been pretty much all my life. Spending a year in New York for college. Throughout all the time, I was aspiring to be an actor. I did that for about 2 years professionally, as in paid gigs. And, I was on my way to trying to, eventually get down to Hollywood and, do my own thing there. I stopped doing that around 2014, 2015. Many reasons for doing that. Chief among them was basically discovering, it's not really a a discreet way of saying it. Maybe there is, but I'll just try to, summarize it this way. I've discovered a lot of ugly, nasty, evil truths about, the medical industry, Hollywood, pretty much how our governments are run, just a lot of different stuff. I think suffice to say, if you consider yourself, a truther in any sense, to use that code word, I think you know what I'm talking about. And as far as the entertainment side, I mean, you could probably see, the shirt I'm wearing wasn't fully intentional, but for those who don't know it, it's the Geeks and Gamers official Social Justice Wars shirt. Here, Jeremy, I'll try to rep. I don't know if you can see it, but yeah, Geeks and Gamers represent. I discovered a lot of different truths, and I was disgusted, at least on that aspect. I gave up acting. I don't know if I'll ever do it again. I haven't seen really any opportunity to do it, as a Catholic man, strong in my faith in God here in this country. And I've been comfortable with that. I've been comfortable more just, taking care of, loved ones, family, and, try and make my own way in a different way. And one of the other things that was also just a major discovery on all of my kind of like awakening, I'll say, is just, how corrupt the health industry is, which is, leading up to what I'm going to talk about in this video. I discovered a lot of ugly truths about, the way, cancers are taken care of, a lot of other procedures too. I mean, for example, if you look up and watch the documentary series, this 9-part series called The Truth About Cancer, you can find out a lot of just crazy info that's, hidden from a lot of mainstream media too. And, it's a lot of the same tactics that you see with, the political climate as well as the entertainment climate, as far as suppressing info that doesn't agree with the narrative. And, based on that, because of that, I've been, searching for alternative entertainment, alternative, political sources, commentary sources. Plenty of good ones I'm sure people know of that are watching this, that are interested in the tags I use to watch this. and alternative health sources too. While I've had, difficulties, breaks, and such here and there, I've been on the AIP diet twice. I'm currently on it now. I was on it late last year, from the fall and on to late winter. And it really helped with me. I was doing it to cure autoimmune issues, or at least just to minimize them so that I can, reintroduce foods and create a diet for myself that would allow me to eat, the way I need to eat and eat the types of things I need to eat to maintain my immune health and, maintain, weight loss progress, which was a really good benefit of that first time around. Second time around, I started in about July this year. And, I've had some difficulties, some stumblings here and there, but for the most part, I've kept to it. Haven't followed it rigorously. I haven't fully just start over for 3 months and then back after a mess up. I've just basically kind of more taken a attitude just continuing on, because it is a difficult diet to do for those who know it. And just during a lot of this health research, segueing to the ending of the background info, along with this health research, one of the subscriptions I have that I didn't really fully knowingly subscribe to, you click a thing and you accidentally subscribe. GOP USA, they advertised a particular supplement over here, and I'll pull it up here. If you could read it, okay. Yeah, it's called Visirestore from Integrated Naturals. This was advertised in one of those types of videos I said where it's they do this kind of presentation documentary style where they give a bunch of info and then you watch a certain length of time and then they queue up the purchase. I was curious with the tagline. You can see now, if you randomly decide to be curious and watch any of my old videos, they're not that good, but if you're curious about them, you'll see that I didn't have glasses at all, and I'm wearing some now. Ever since taking this, I've been trying to go on and off, because, during eye repair, you're not supposed to wear glasses as often, but, wearing them now to just kind of show you. Sorry for the rambling. I was curious about the tagline, restore vision naturally, and I had previously researched, different means, LASIK I researched, and, just extremely horrible, just some of the side effects, as well as just, how difficult it is and how some people can be disqualified based on their cornea shape and other things like that. It's messy. It's a lot messier than a lot of people assume with LASIK. So I decided not to go for that, and I'm just not a contacts guy. I can never do it. My eyes are just way too sensitive. They've always been too sensitive for the water and other things like that. So contacts, it's just not a good thing at all. So yeah, I was curious. I wouldn't want to be shackled with just glasses for the rest of my life, especially if my vision is getting worse. And the presentation that I saw for Visirestore was sound. I looked up a lot of the info too that I was saying, and the main things, the main nutrients that they're saying that are essential for such. They do seem valid, even if the formula itself ended up not being as good. The research that they were doing was sound. So you know what? I tried looking up reviews online too, other websites too. There was absolutely nothing. I saw a couple review sites that had a kind of a weird jumbled, how you could tell if there's a website that is Google translated or something, because the English wording and stuff is just so off that it sounds awkward when you read it. It was kind of like that. There was a few sites that had that really awkward English that was broken down like it was a translation or something. So that should have probably been a red flag. And it was, for me, fairly, I just didn't, it was okay, yeah, this looks a little shady. But I mean, the company, they also promised a money back guarantee, full money back guarantee, and yeah, I mean, based on the fact that there was very little info on it, I even tried looking up a review of Visirestore that someone made on a video, like like an American woman, I'm guessing, making a review, but it wasn't almost a review. Like, I'll leave the link below in the description. You'll see which video I'm talking about. And it just wasn't really a review at all, to be honest. So, I mean, there's so little info. And the fact that they offered a money back guarantee, I thought, you know what? I mean, it doesn't seem like I'm going to be losing a lot, so why not try it? So I did, and I started in about the middle of July. Once I got the shipment of it, I got a 3-bottle set. They had like a different discounts. They had ones for like a discount off of 1 bottle each, or they had like a discount off of 3 bottles or 6 bottles of the supplement tablets, which pills. I mean, which they recommend the most, or like the 6 months for the full effect. So I did that, and I started in the middle of July. I remember that I read, that they said, oh, like the first couple weeks you're not going to notice anything, but all of a sudden the 3rd week you're going to get these amazing results. You're going to get to like read like all the lines down on the eye test or whatever, and they give like copies of different tests and stuff, including like the main one that they use at the ophthalmologist appointments. And they advertised that, and I was like, okay, we'll see. I mean, I remember about like the first 3 weeks, almost as advertised. There was some improvement, but it was such a small, negligible improvement that like you almost couldn't really tell that was improved. It could have been almost like you're wondering if there's some placebo, if your mind is being tricked, and you just don't know whether it's actually helping. Like, I thought that in the first couple weeks, in the 3rd week after, and on, like, I thought like things were clearer, a little bit clearer. Like, I could see some details or some shapes that were more defined than they used to be without my glasses. So I mean, there was a little bit of that, but it was definitely not what was advertised at all. Yeah, like, it was just not this drastic improvement that was advertised. And I had been, I mean, it's pretty much September now. I gave it the full chance for August. I thought I'd give it a chance, maybe like a little bit more later in the month of September. But I just thought at this rate, it's like, you know what, if it's almost exactly the same, I mean, there's just something wrong with the formula. I don't know what it is, but the way they mix it or whatever. And I also just curiously looked at on Amazon, if I searched like Visirestore, I looked at ones that they recommended that were similar, were supposed to produce the same results, and there are actual reviews on Amazon for a lot of these products, and that's something I can look into in the future. And those supplements are a lot cheaper too. So I mean, maybe I got scammed. I don't know. I mean, it seems like it, but I guess that'll depend on how the money back thing rolls out. I'm told it was between 3 to 5 business days. I put in the money back return request, and between 3 to 5 business days, I'll find out whether it's credited back to my account. And also, the other weird thing was that I got an email from another like customer service rep. Like, I got either an automated message or an official message, talking about the credit, and then I got another message like from customer service rep. It was like, oh, I'm sorry, it didn't work anymore, return it. And then they're like, please give any unused bottles to such and such address, which was kind of weird because they also advertise you can keep your product at Visirestore, you can keep your order as a thank you for trying it out. So I mean, I don't know whether like that's like part of the scam thing too, or whether there was some fine print that said, "Oh, only the ones you didn't open, only the ones you opened can be kept," or whatever, and then you have to send the rest. Like, I didn't see any fine print related to that, so I don't even know if I'm being scammed on that. If you have any advice for me on that, you can leave a comment or so and let me know what you think in that regard. But yeah, I mean, overall, Visirestore, again, I mean, I didn't really have too high hopes for it. I tried not to invoke any placebo by trying to give it like too much false hope or anything like that, or to give it too much cynicism. Like, I didn't want the placebo negative effect that way. I really tried to give it a neutral, unbiased shot. But overall, let's just say this is a first official review that you may ever find, maybe the only one you'll ever find on the internet, depending on how people are with this. Visirestore, definitely a scam in a lot of the sense that it just doesn't cure you. We'll see if it's a money scam later on, whether I get my money back. Maybe I'll make a follow-up video, maybe just a quick one, just to say whether I got the money back or not. But yeah, definitely a medical scam in that sense, and that just does not do what it's intended to do. You'll only experience maybe a very, very small result at most, but otherwise it's pretty much a waste of money. You're better off, like I did, typing Visirestore on Amazon and seeing the similar products and reading the reviews for those. I still believe in a lot of the research. I still believe that we need lutein and zeaxanthin for the main nutrients of the eyes, as well as a lot of the different vitamins and minerals that are listed. I mean, some of the other ones that they mention, obviously the vitamin C, the vitamin E, the zinc. This will include copper too. Just a lot of the essential nutrients that are used for the eyes to help repair them. And I still do believe, that some of the exercises could work too, such as, like the Tibetan eye test, some other eye exercise that was shown. I mean, maybe that's the only reason why my eyes improved, is because I was doing the, Tibetan eye test, the eye exercise. So yeah, again, that's, it's 17 minutes, mostly rambling. I probably shouldn't have had it this long, so I'll end it right now. Bottom line, Visirestore, if you're looking for, alternative health means to restore your eyes, Visirestore is not a good idea. Definitely go with something else. Don't believe in the advertisements that you see for Visirestore. Not a good alternative health method. Find other means to restore your eyesight without the LASIK or other means. Alright, thank you very much again. Leave me any comments, give me your insights into any of this related to Visirestore, or like scam dealing, anything else you could think of. And yeah, maybe I'll see you next time. We'll see. Take care.